All right. I think we are up and running. Hey, I see Ramen in chat. What's up, dude? Let me jump over to the drawing stream layout. We'll go ahead and get started. All right, let me do a quick sound check here. Ramen says, how's it going? I'm good. Just making sure everything is set up. Hey, Kiwi's here. Kiwi says, hola, I am playing Monster Hunter Rise again and got into a fight and got my ass kicked by a Barryoth. The saber-toothed tiger snowboy. I like fighting Barryoth. It was a bit more of a handful when they reintroduced it to World and Iceborne. Hey, Iconic is here. Iconic says, hi, Raku. Can't stay at the moment, but wanted to drop by and wish you a great stream. Always cheering you on, bud. Thanks, Iconic. I do appreciate you dropping by. Kiwi says, no, the rock thing? Oh, we're talking about 4-star quest rock thing. Baroth? The Mud Boy? Hey, Wazi's here. Wazi says, hey, Raku, where's your boyfriend? Very funny. All right. Let me get everything in place here before we start. I'm going to put this on screen in case people happen to pop in. Wazzy says, hi, chat. All right, let's do something about the deafening silence before we get started with today's drawing stream. Like we've done on previous drawing streams here, I am once again using my loop. Everything is hooked up. And we need to come up with some good background noise for first part of the stream. So I will think of some rhythms and stuff to put together, and then we will see if we can come up with a cohesive background track, and then we'll actually do some drawing. Kiwi says, did you see the guttural noises? Yes, I did. I did check out what you uploaded on the Toxicure Media Share server, and I see what you're talking about as far as those noises. And without knowing a lot about mouth physiology in specific terms, that glottal noise you're talking about sounds like it's uvular. It's kind of like a growling. It's not voiced from what I heard, but it's like a growling rattle using the uvula in the back of your throat and kind of like pressure as you put air out. It's interesting because that's very similar to a type of technique in beatboxing. Not necessarily done exactly the same way, but if you do what's called tongue bass, which is like rolling your tongue, for those of you that speak a language where you roll your tongue, if you force air outwards through your mouth while making your tongue reverberate or resonate with that, then you get something that sounds like. And by sort of refining how the technique works, you can use it to create like a bass type sound. So instead of it just being like a rattle, you get more of like a vibration type sound, and that's called tongue bass. And not one I use super often, but it is one that I can do. I can't do it inwards because that's a click roll, but regular tongue bass sounds just like that. And you can vary the pitch, and you can even vocalize it. It's just doing the. That's no voice, just air and the tongue vibrating, and me opening and closing my mouth. But if you put your voice behind it, then you can assign pitch that can harmonize or match that noise you're making with your tongue, and that's how you get that. But that noise you were talking about sounds very similar to that, and I think done with like a uvular part of your mouth instead of your tongue, it seems like that's how you get that. But pretty cool. Hopefully your associates are able to use your creature sounds. All right. Let me see. I kind of want to do a hip hop-ish type beat for this first one. So let me see what I've got on my presets. Dynamics, EQ set, reverb. Yep, reverb's there. So let's see. Maybe we could do something like. Yeah, that'll work. Let's see if we can get to loop properly. Also, I'm keeping an eye on the OBS readout for the audio. Just as a sound check, if I leave the beat about there, can you guys still hear me? Or am I competing with the sound too much? Because I was a bit close to the mic when I recorded that. So I could back off a little bit and get a little bit lower volume. Okay, Wazzy says, sounds good. Okay, we will leave that there for now. I could turn the volume up in my headphones so it's louder for me. All right. I need to put a bass line under this. I think I'm going to go percussion line, bass line, and maybe some sort of synth or distortion on top. And then that should be good for the background track. What I'm doing real quick, I've been quiet for like a minute. I'm messing around with the ring modulator and trying to come up with like a really simple distorted effect to loop in the back. And I'm messing around with the knob, which is why you're hearing go wow 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 like that. And let me see if I can get it to do kind of just like a 2-note variation, and then we'll be good. I think that'll work for now. It doesn't need to be anything that complicated. All right, let us get back to the drawing. Wazzy says, what are we drawing? We drawing question marks? I did want to warm up with something specific, so let me clear this off, and we'll get started. Where are you at? Okay, I'm going to leave the BGM there, and let me know if I need to adjust anything. We should be good. Kiwi says, I can make a lot of noises with my mouth, except the letter R. I see. And Kiwi also says, oh, what I thought was called a Basarios, not a Barioth? Now time to fight an actual Barioth. I got you. We fought the big, fire-farting Rocky boy. Okay. So, it's been a little while since I've done a drawing stream, and I did want to... Let's see, I'm going to make you guys in chat a little smaller so I can see my Twitter. I'm going to start off with kind of a warm-up exercise, and something I've been meaning to draw for a while, and will be a good warm-up. I'm going to do something for Prince Lemon, and I meant to do this a while back, but I just haven't had time. So let me pull up his tweet. Prince Lemon has a pretty comprehensive lore around his character, and he's got something pretty interesting going that I want to contribute to. But I need to go and find his post so I can see exactly what I need to draw. Basically an alternate version of my character. There it is. Okay. Sovereign form, that's what it was called. Hey, new follow from Kie Togato. Thank you for following. Welcome to the drawing stream. Hopefully some arts will come out of it. Alright. Wazzy asks, is it lemon or limon? It's technically neither. The way the prince pronounces his name, it's kind of in between. It's like limon, which I don't know what language that is, but it's not lime or lemon. It's kind of in between. So just call him lemon, or you can just call him the prince. I'm sure he's not gonna care. You think like limoncello. Okay, let's see. So I need to draw my avatar in this sovereign form of his. Kiwi says, wait, who? We're talking about Prince Lemon Virtual, who's a VTuber. And someone I met on YouTube when I was first starting out, because he is also a beatboxer. That's how I found him. And he moved over to Twitch before me. And every once in a while, I will raid him when he and I are live at the same time. But Prince seems like a good kid. He's pretty chill, dude. Does a lot of gaming, a lot of Smash Brothers type streams. And for some reason, he also is very interested in making cursed videos involving food. If you can check him out on places like Twitter, then you can see him doing somewhat questionable things with food. And sometimes I worry about the prince. Okay, so we are going to do this. And I'm going to put YouTube Studio over here, because I need to be able to see my avatar. Or my model, rather. This up here. Partially block the upper part of chat, but I can still see what you folks are saying. Okay, so first I need to actually sketch in the details of my model. So we'll do that first. Wazzy says he's blocking us out. Rude. I can still see your chats, Wazzy. I guess we will do no headphones, since I usually draw my model with headphones. I should just do the eyes while they're sketching them. Wazzy says, okay, lurk time, have fun, don't die. I will do my best. This shouldn't take too long. This whole exercise is more like a warm-up, and then we'll work on the actual character study, so. In the meantime, thanks for tuning in. think I'm only gonna do. I guess I could do shoulders. I'll put the stripe on the outfit. This will be the bottom boundary of the picture, I think. Do something like that. I'm probably gonna frame this whole thing kind of like portrait style anyway. So it doesn't really matter what point it cuts off. Like I might just cut it off here. But we'll draw in everything from there, just so I kind of have a place to work from. Alright, let's see. What does the hair do? I haven't actually drawn my model in a long time. I'm going to just follow my literal model that's over in VTube Studio right here. Just trying to get close. Kiwi says, Raku, for an alien, you look pretty human. Well, what you folks see is my human form in order for me to blend in and not cause any unnecessary attention to myself. But this is not what the homeworlder race looks like. They are in fact very alien. And it's been a little while since we've done some concept work and drawing for the homeworlders. Maybe that's something we can do on an upcoming drawing stream. But I guess I can pull some up since I don't think you were here for any of those earlier drawing streams. They would have been on YouTube. But I can show you what the homeworlder race looks like if you're curious. There we go. This was an exercise from an earlier stream where we were talking about homeworld outfits, specifically armor in this particular one. And what we did was we took a base model that I had drawn and we worked on designing some armor type outfits, and this is just alt color palettes. I just drew one and then took the whole thing, copied over and messed around with the color levels to get the different palettes. But yeah, this is what homeworlders look like. I have not shown what my homeworld form looks like on stream yet. And that's mostly because I haven't bothered drawing it. But that will be a thing for the near future. Q says, this isn't even my final form. Hey, Corebreak is here. What's up, Corebreak? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the drawing stream. I remember you from Wazzy's streams over on the Toxicure channel. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, and hopefully you'll find the antics here amusing. Alright, let's see, let's do the hair. Corbrick says, any friend of Wazzy's is someone cool? I appreciate that. I will try my best to be a cool guy. What I'm going to do is kind of rough in the hair patterns here, and I can tweak them on the fly as necessary. think that should be good for the base details. Doesn't need to be exact, otherwise I would just trace the model image that I've got. And I can kind of finalize stuff here and actually draw the stuff relevant to the prince's lore. Kiwi says, Raku's just a bee in an alien costume in a human costume. Aren't we all full of bees in some way? Alright, I think that will do. Again, at this point I'm just sketching everything and then we'll move on to inking, color assignment, and probably real simple shading layer for this one. Clean the eyes up a little bit. This were totally accurate to my day-to-day life, then I would have probably about that much more dark circles under my eyes because I never sleep. But for the sake of this, we'll be a little bit more presentable. Alright, so let's see. Sovereign form, add a strip of bright hair over your left eye with making that eye white. So let's make some notes here. Highlight over left eye. I have terrible handwriting. Left eye color equals white. That looks like the only requirements for the sovereign form that the prince is talking about here. So let's see, that's this one. Strip of light hair. Okay, this is where we're gonna actually change the model. And I think for this, let's see, how do I want to do this? I think the way the hair patterns go, it's essentially coming from this direction. So maybe we can do kind of like a highlight strip that goes this way. It's like a section of the bangs. Let's see how I want to make the strands kind of fall in here. We can go all the way down like that. so what this is going to do when we actually get to color assignment and shading is this is going to make the eyes two different colors, which I think is part of the lore. This one will be the same color it normally is, kind of blue. Yeah, light blue. And this one is going to be white. Hey, Edward's here. What's up, Edward? How you doing today? Welcome to the drawing stream. Edward says music is a bit loud. All right. How's that? I dropped it down about 10%. The faders are already kind of low, so I can't really go too much lower. Yeah, how's that? Let me know if the sound balance is still too high. I have a couple other things I can do to drop the individual tracks. So now we're at about 50%. Let me know if that's still too loud and I can fix it. I can also make myself louder too. Alright, Edward says sounds good. Alright, cool, thanks. We'll leave it there for now. Okay. I think that will do it for the sketch. What I will do is I'm going to take this and drop transparency and now start inking. This shouldn't take too long, but I'm going to need color palettes from my actual reference sheet if I want the colors to be correct. So I'm going to put that over here. In case you missed it when I was talking about it earlier, Edward, I am drawing an alternate form of my model for Prince Lemon's lore post that he did over on Twitter. And if I was better at planning, I would have done this a month ago. but I'm not. So we're doing it today as warm up for the drawing stream. Oh, we need to do this in vector. Kiwi says, I cut off a Barioth's tail. Nice. I'm assuming you're using insect glaive as a bug stick main from what you were telling us yesterday. Kiwi says, I am. Very good. Insect glaive's a good weapon. Complicated. A little bit. But fun. If you like zipping through the air, that's the weapon for you. Alright, I still haven't figured out where I'm going to cut off the actual drawing. I'll figure that out in post. It's not super important for right now. Alright, now hair. See, this color should be... yeah, that should be fine. If I really wanted to be consistent, I'd pull up one of the other few drawings I've done in my model and grab the palette from there, but again, I don't know if the prince is going to use this for anything, but if not, then it doesn't need to be super formal. Okay, we'll do that. Hey, Sour Lad's here. What's up, Sour Lad? Welcome to the drawing stream. Hope your day is going well. Alright, for the highlight, I guess we'll go for kind of a yellowish color. It says light strip of hair. The lore post did not specify if it needs to be a certain color, just lighter. Starlad says, I exist, and you guys? Well, I'm doing alright. Just trying to get some work done. I'm gonna let the rest of the chat chime in. Sounds like everyone is doing alright. I call this lines. I think I'll do the actual eyes on another layer. Alright. Now we can do some cleanup. Make sure there's no gaps in the line work here. You can also do things like just clean up the edges, stuff like the eyes. And then from there, we should be good to do color assignment. Edward says, I would say I also exist. That is true. Some days existing is harder than others. Kiwi says, you guys exist? You're not just floating in the ethereal plane? Sometimes it do feel like that, though. Alright. That should be good. Now we can start filling in colors. For that, we're going to go straight off the model sheet. guess we can do hair first. We'll get rid of that for now. Let's see, why is it doing that? Is there a gap somewhere? Must be a break in the hair. Let's see if we can find it. Sour Lad says, anyone looking forward to the Nintendo Direct? And first time chat from Kie Togato. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Please correct me if I am mispronouncing your name. I like to think I'm a little bit better than Wazi when it comes to pronouncing names, but if not, just let me know. And Kie Togato says, yes, I like Nintendo. Hope they announce the new Pokemon gen. I didn't even realize a Direct was coming up. I'm hoping they give us a release date for Bayonetta 3. That would be awesome. Because that game has been in development for like 4 years? Almost? A long time. I wonder if it's down here. Kiwi says it's at 2 a.m. for me, so I have to watch it. Just watch it in the morning. But yes, I am excited. When is it? Is it today? Sour Lad says, I hope Mario Kart 9 or something more for Breath of the Wild 2 and Splatoon 3. Oh yeah, it'd be nice to get some more information on the Zelda game. I almost forgot that one even exists because we haven't heard any news on it in a while. Alright, let's see. Now let's see if we got it. There we go. Okay. Starlight says tomorrow, I think. Oh, okay. I'll have to go and I most likely won't be able to watch it in real time because I'll be at work, but we'll see what it looks like. See what they announce. Hopefully it'll be something interesting. Still getting a break in the line somewhere. It should just be selecting. everything bounded by the hair. Why is it not doing that? Weird. Well, I suppose we can do that and just clean up the edges if we need to. The real question is, oh yeah, it's just that hair layer or section that's doing that. Weird. We shouldn't have an issue with overflow because I did it the line layer on vector, so it should be a little bit easier to fill. But that's fine. We can proceed. We'll do this. Get the whites. Actually, white inside the eyes. Another thing from Nintendo I've been meaning to go and double check on because I haven't thought about it in a while is that Advance Wars reboot that they said was coming out on Switch. I need to go and figure out what's up with that because I really would like to play that. I did thoroughly enjoy the Advance Wars games back in the day. Alright, skin tone's good, hair's good. Just need uniform or shirt. My tablet is being a little bit unresponsive today. Let me see if I can recalibrate it real quick. I don't normally have the problem with my tablet when I'm doing these streams, but for some reason, it is being very finicky. Let's see. I wonder if I can do this without killing the stream. That might fix it. Yeah. Okay, that's good. I could go run the recalibration thing if I wanted to, but turn it off and turn it on. Seems to be fine. that. Must be another break here in the line art. Earlier today, before I got on stream, I was watching random stuff on YouTube while I was eating lunch, and I saw an ad that pointed me towards Twitter, and it was for Rune Factory 5, was it? I didn't even realize they were up to 5. But I haven't played those games in ages. But it's cool that they're still coming out. I think the last Rune Factory I played was 2? I think it was on the DS. Way back in the day. I'll have to see what people are saying about the new one when it comes out. See if it's any good. Alright, that should do it for base color assignment. I guess I should do the eyes. We'll put that on a separate set of layers. Should put you up here. I want to be able to see my primary. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Alright. That should be good. Now, eye color. We need light blue. And then I guess I'll just do the shading and everything right here while I'm actually working on it. Oh, I need to make this left one white. I'll go maybe not completely white, really light gray. And do it like that. It's messing around with the shading. Go ahead and roughen the shading on the blue one on the right eye. I think I'm going to blend it out the same way so the edges are softer. I've yet to come up with a consistent way to do character eyes that I like. To me, it's one of the more tricky parts of drawing characters like this. And a bunch of artists I follow have their own ways of doing it, and they're all really good. I just want to come up with a way of doing it that's not copying someone else's style. But for the sake of the lore posts that we're doing here, I don't think it really needs to be that complicated. Now I just need to clean up the edges and we can do shading, and then that'll be it for this. Pretty straightforward. All right, let's do the hair first. We'll use the darker tone from the original. So I'm gonna go shade lighter. Yeah, the original design has black outlines on everything. When I draw character hair, I will usually do a color outline for the hair. It's just kind of a style choice. But what I'll do is I'll block in patterns here for the hair, and then I'll blend it, give it a soft edge. Those two things are usually what I do on hair. Alright, I'll block that in. I'll go ahead and go back. Might need to lighten the shade even more. I could do that with level adjustment. It's still it's a hair too dark. So let's fix that. Should be able to go brightness contrast. Yeah, that's perfect. Now we can add the highlights to the lighter highlight strip here. Kiwi says, in Legends Arceus, I just got a shiny Geodude. I thought you were playing Monster Hunter. But grats on the shiny. I never did get into shiny hunting. It seemed like a very frustrating exercise. Ah, Kiwi says I switch games. I got you. Okay, now we just need to smooth out the edges on the hair highlights, and we should be done with this section. Then we just need to do highlights on the skin and clothing, and then that's it. I may go back to tweak some of the shadowing and highlights on the eyes. We'll see. Alright. Shadows on the skin. Yeah, that should be fine. I'm going to do this the same way I've done shading on all the other projects, where I do a quick pass with the pencil tool and kind of figure out where I want all the shadows to fall. And then I will go back after that and clean up the lines. Either trim out sections that I don't need, or just sort of clean up the details. Kiwi says, I wasn't even hunting, I just ran into one. If you complete a Pokemon's Dex entry, the shiny odds double in Legends Arceus. It's still like a 2,800 chance. Yeah, the whole shiny thing is an interesting concept, but seems like it'd be very frustrating. I remember trying to find shinies in Go back when I was playing Go. And there's nothing worse than finally finding a shiny for something you care about than it having trash stats. I miss that game. Back when it was easier to go out and do stuff. Sourlad says, I think I only have 3 shinies in Go. I don't remember how many I had. I think I had a couple, but none of them were usable like in battle or whatnot. Because they had the stat parameter ratings things that you get from the faction leaders. It's like, oh, you got one, but it's garbage, so you can just look at it. Stare at it in the box. Kiwi says, and it's 159 to 1 in a mass outbreak with a completed dex entry. At least they have a way to boost the chances. I guess that's better than nothing. Alright, just need to add some highlights to the clothing here. And then do final pass to clean up any of the sections that we've shaded. And then that will be it for the sovereign form here. And I'll be ready to dump this over in a render template. And I'll probably post this on Twitter later. I need to post it as a reply to the Prince's original thread. We'll make sure I do that. There'll be one less thing to do. One thing I was considering for potential stream content types, and actually it was something that I was talking to Wazi about earlier, and that's the idea of doing drawing requests. I've never really done that on art streams before. I don't really consider myself a real good on-demand artist when it comes to drawing things that people want, but you folks in the chat can tell me if drawing requests is something you would be interested in seeing me try to do, then I could think about doing that for one of these drawing streams in the future. So if that sounds interesting, let me know and I will consider that as a content type. Because I understand watching someone just drawing whatever might not be the most engaging, but I'm always up for the challenge. Kiwi says, also in Legends Arceus, you just get a shiny Ponyta just for free. The game just hands you a shiny fire horse on a platter. That's nice of them. Starlat says, it would be fun, maybe get some tips from Wazi, but probably get a reference while doing hard requests. Oh, no doubt. If it's going to be something like Naked Snake, who's not here at the moment, with his Kamen Rider references, I would absolutely have to Google that. I think part of the problem is I don't have a simplified drawing style for like kind of like a cartoon or exaggerated style like Wazzy does. So if somebody asked me to draw something, I'd have to think about how I was going to draw it without doing like a fully realized rendered image from start to finish, you know? And that would be a challenge. But we can see. I will give that some thought, and maybe we can experiment around with that in the future. I think I talked about it before, maybe a long time ago when we were still on YouTube. But the drawing streams are a way for me to dedicate time to working on project stuff that I don't normally have time to do during like a normal work week or something. Whether it's working on concept stuff for a project I'm doing or other things related to, let's say, a collaboration, kind of like this thing with the Prince's lore or something like that. If I don't have time to sit down and draw, doing these drawing streams is a way that to force myself to dedicate time to working on stuff and practice. But it's also a way for me to interact with all of you folks. So I would like to make it interesting so you are entertained. So we'll see. I will give some thought to maybe a drawing request stream is kind of like a fun thing every now and then. We shall see. I'm going to try and go a little more aggressive with the shading and then smooth it out here and see what it looks like. And we'll dump this into its own folder. And that should be just about it. All right. Not bad for a real quick and dirty, relatively quick. I say that we've been doing this for almost an hour and a half. But a real quick and dirty rundown of the sovereign form as described by Prince Lemon. So let's see, I will put this over here. I will tweet this at him later. I need to go and take the image itself and format it into something that's not a massive canvas like this. I'll probably compact it down to a little bit smaller final image, but I want to save my work. Eventually, when I'm able to do channel points and redeems, one of the things I want to put in for specifically streams like this is a save reminder. I am terrible at saving my work. And Clip Studio, which is what I'm using here, is a pretty stable program for the most part. In fact, I think it's less resource intensive than Photoshop, but having it crash and potentially lose my work is not good. So I will ask you guys to police my saving via redeems once I'm able to do that. Because no one likes losing their work. That's lame. Alright, we'll put you over here. What I'd like to do for the rest of the time... Sour Lad says, consume H2O and extend muscle. Yes, Sour Lad is also the delegated health and wellness focal point, and is very diligent about reminding everyone to hydrate and stretch every now and then. And before we jump into the rest of the actual character study, I said this was a warm-up. It took an hour and a half. But what we will do is hide you, and I'm going to put up the character concept sketches that are part of the actual character study we've been working on. And on topic with remembering to hydrate and stretch, I'm going to go refill my water bottle real quick. So what I'll do is I'll put the stuff up that we were working on. Oh, there's a bunch of these. Okay, I need to do this one, this one, this one. There we go. These are the costume and outfit ideas for a character that I've been trying to design lately. And what we're going to do is probably work on some more character costume designs today. I feel like sketching out concepts, not really doing full renders, but we will do that. But first, I'm going to go refill my water bottle. So I'm going to turn my mic off for a sec. I'm going to let the BGM sort of play here. And I will be back in 1 minute. All right. Let us resume. All right, what I think I'm going to do is copy out the primary pose. I got to figure out where I buried it in here. There it is. I'll put you about here. I'm just going to put the arm down for this just to keep it a little bit more simple. And I can just copy the head from about the neck up. And we'll use this to actually do the sketch. Oh, whoops. I copied the wrong layer. Yep. There we go. Oh, I'm gonna need to label these. That's one thing I forgot to do since the last time we worked on the character study. I forgot to organize all my layers. This particular file is kind of a mess, but that's okay. If I actually want to use this for anything, I can go in there and clean it up when I need to. Alright, that should be good for like a line weight. Now let's think about some ideas for an outfit. I've been doing kind of a mix of armor concepts and regular clothing concepts. So I'm just going to start spitballing some ideas, and we'll see if we get something that's going to be functional as a potential outfit for this character. And one thing I can add, I'll put it on the primary since I keep using this one. No, not that. That can actually go away. This one. Yeah. This character does have a name, and I don't think I've talked about that at all so far. So we'll put that up here just for reference. This character's name is Audra. And I'm still working on some ideas for her backstory and everything else. I thought I deleted this. But she does have a name. I think it's good that I at least give some sort of identifying features to this character. But let's see. kind of like the idea of an asymmetrical looking coat. Maybe we can do like a sleeveless coat. This is most likely going to be kind of more of a clothing outfit rather than armor. And that's fine. Looking at the way this sort of garment falls, the idea is that it joins up with this sort of clasp looking thing over here, but it's off center. So if the center line of the character is down this way, the thing is actually fastened over here, sort of to the left in our view of the collarbone. Imagine it would also have sort of clips or clasps further down to keep it from just flying open. Kind of in line with some of the patterning and decoration stuff I've done on some of the other outfits here. Kind of put some things that look like patterns or symbols. And then I'll be, again, keeping the idea of asymmetry. It'll be on one side of the garment itself, on the coat. I'll occasionally be referencing this other one that I have on the other side here, just to remember what I drew in the last iteration of the design. The last one was definitely more on the armor side. Oh, one thing we could do real quick for the last leg of the stream today. Let me see if I can switch up the BGM and kind of change things up for the last section. Whoops, that's the wrong layer. What I'm doing is I'm messing around with the beat scatter. Let's see if I can get a good alternate pattern here. A little bit jerky, kind of offbeat. Let's see, where's repeat? Let's try that. That's filter. All right, we'll leave that on like that for now. Not a dramatic difference in the background beat, but they'll switch things up. All right, what I've done here is I've given Audra some gloves. Does the last one have gloves? This one's more like clawed gauntlets. These would be more like protective gloves. Alright, I think that'll do it for the upper part of the design. I just need to figure out how to do the lower body parts. What I'm sort of roughing in here is sort of like cut off leggings almost that would be cutting off right above the knee. And maybe these have kind of contours on them, but this part would be covered. And from the knee to the ankle-ish would be uncovered. Wazzy says, I'm biggity bouncing. Have a good stream. Alright, Wazzy, I will catch you later. Thanks for tuning in. I always appreciate you stopping by. So I will see you later. The way I've sort of designed these particular, I guess they'd be kind of like boots almost. A little bit high for just regular shoes. But that should be functional. So let's take a look at this particular iteration of an outfit. Do some cleanup and then Let's see, we're almost just under 2 hours. I'll be wrapping up shortly. I do need to go out and go grocery shopping before it gets too late. What we could do is compare this particular outfit design to a couple of the other ones. Let's see, not that one, that one, that one. One thing we saw when we were working on these different outfit concepts before is kind of an alternating between kind of regular clothes, armor, clothes, armor. And how many of these have I done? I've done a bunch of these. We're up to like 7, 8. Here's the first one. Oh, I do have them numbered. Okay. Second one, third one. That was 4. Five, 6. So this one that I just did today should be 7. Yeah, we'll label that one. I think I said originally I was thinking about doing 8. Honestly, I'll keep working on these until I feel like I have a design that I really want to move forward with for the character. And I'm not on any sort of schedule, so that doesn't need to be immediate. But I would like to move on to actually inking and doing some experimenting with color. I'll put that about there. I guess the last session I broke my pattern of alternating armor and regular clothes. We had 2 armor ones in a row. And this one right here was a suggestion from someone in chat. I can't remember who it was off the top of my head. Maybe it was Snake? It was a while back, so I apologize. But the suggestion was to do kind of a contrasting armor set where the plates or parts of the armor are moving in different directions. So that was an interesting experiment. I do think I can use this for something. I actually do like this design. This is very unusual for an armor design compared to some of the other ones. Alright, we'll save this. But yeah, I think that will do it. Again, I didn't spend as much time on this as I would have liked. The Prince Lemon thing I was working on ended up taking a little bit longer than I anticipated, but that's okay. What I might do for the next time is work on this whole process of designing outfits for a different character that's going to be part of this same story. Maybe an antagonist, or maybe an alternate lead character. I don't know. It'll most likely be a dude though, so we can mix up the design ideas, and then we'll go through a similar process. I think we'll see. I'll have to give some thought to what I want to do on these drawing streams and what I want to prioritize. So we shall see. But I think that will do it. So before we jump off, let me stop the BGM. We'll go to the outro screen and let me see who is currently online to raid. We'll go to outro. I don't see anybody I know on. I think Wazzy is streaming later. And I forget when she goes live. Otherwise, I would just send everyone there. If not, then we'll just go ahead and close down for today. Again, I'm streaming a bit earlier than I normally do, just for yesterday and today. That's fine. Most of the folks I know aren't on at the next time, if I can't find anyone, I'll do a bit more of a thorough look through like the art section, see who's on. But that's okay. I won't waste your time with that, folks. So once again, thanks to everybody that stopped by the drawing stream today, and I will see you folks next time. We should be getting back together on Thursday for more Pain in God Hand. So I will see you then. Have yourselves a great evening.